Hello friends, welcome back to Coding Chess. My name is Nelson, and today you know what it is. I'm gonna be teaching you guys to scroll up and scroll down effect using JavaScript. So quickly I'm gonna show you guys what this is gonna look like in the web browser. So over here in my web browser, this is my web page. So as you can see, this is a button which says scroll down, and this is a text which says stop. So if I click this, scrolls me down to the bottom. Then if I click the scroll up, it takes me to the top, and you can see for better understanding, this tells you this is the top, and if I scroll down, this also tells you this is the bottom. So let's scroll up again. So this some dummy text, some long if some dummy text, just some dummy text in which I just got for the sake of this project. So we're gonna slide over to our VS Code and make this possible. So over to our VS Code right now. As you can see, I have a folder which I created and I named it scroll, and I just have a single file inside this in which I named scroll.html. So inside this file is where I'm gonna performing all the codes, the actions, the styling, the JS, adding the functionality to this. And so I just didn't want any external style sheet or maybe any external JS file, so everything is going to be done inside here. So quickly, let's first of all make our boilerplate. So by so doing, I'm going to press the shift +1, then hit enter. So this is our boilerplate. So let me change the title of this. So for the title, I'm going to say scroll up and down. Yeah, scroll up and down. So inside the body, I'm gonna say div with a class of model. Yeah, I just want this way. So this is gonna be the semantic element, the model. So every element that's gonna go inside this is gonna be the child, or you could say the kid element to the model element, semantic model element. So the first child that's going to go inside the model is going to be button. So I'm going to say button. Yep. So I'm going to give it a class of scroll down. Yep. Then inside this, I'm going to say scroll down. Yep. So I'm gonna comment this for better understanding of my code, or for later reference. Maybe I want to check something up, so I'm not gonna be confused when I get back to my code. That's the main purpose of commenting while coding. So it's very necessary, and this is very important for your code, and it's also gonna make your code look sunny. So I'm gonna say scroll down button. Yep. So I'm gonna duplicate this. So let me highlight everything. So I'm gonna say shift +alt, then any of the arrow keys, down or up, any one of the choice. So automatically, as you can see, I already have this duplicated. So I'm gonna make some slight changes. So this being down this time, I want this to be up. So class of up. Class of up, then I'm gonna change the text inside this to be up. Yeah, so let's save this. Let me save this, and then let's preview this with a live server and see how it looks. So over here in our web browser, so this is how it looks. Scroll down and scroll up. So not looking so nice like what I previously showed you guys, but yeah, gradually we're gonna make that. We're gonna make this look so nice and so good, and also have those functionalities in which you guys saw. So that's our VS Code. So in between the two buttons, I'm gonna say div with a class of content, then I'm gonna comment this, and I'm gonna say page content. Yeah, page content. Then inside it with class content, I'm gonna have page 1, which says inside it top So this is gonna be top. So let me duplicate this. As I told you guys, just place your cursor to the element in which you want to duplicate. So my cursor is the H1, line of the H1. So your Alt, your Shift plus your Alt, then any of the arrow keys. So this duplicates this for me. So I'm gonna change this from being top to bottom. So let's save this and still preview in our web browser. So for now, this is how this looks. So not still looking good. So we still have much work to be done. So back to the code editor, we're gonna perform some styling. So I'm gonna say style, give space for this, style, yep. So let me start with the class of scroll down, parentheses and close parentheses. Then inside this, I'm gonna give this a position relative. Then I'm gonna say left to be 40, viewport width, yep. Then padding to be 20 pixel. Then font size, I'm gonna give this 30 pixels. So for the font weight, so that's gonna look bold enough for you guys to view also. So I'm gonna say bolder, yep. So I want this styling to also be applied not just for the scroll down. I want this also to be applied for the scroll up effect. So I'm just gonna have to duplicate this. So highlight it. So Shift alternate any of the arrow keys. Then this duplicates it for me. So I'm just gonna make slight change over here. I'm just gonna say scroll up. Yep. So let's save and preview in our browser how this looks. So for now, you see how this looks. So it's looking so nice. It's bold. Yes, the pattern which I gave them. Yeah, then the text this has been aligned to the center. So yeah, so let's come over and style the top and the bottom as well. So back to our VS Code, I'm gonna say H1 because the top is inside the H1 element and bottom is also inside the H1 element. So I'm just gonna say H1 for the both of them, and this applies the styling to the both of them. So H1, I'm gonna say font size to be 50 pixel. Then the color, this is gonna be blue. I want this to be something dark, so I'm not gonna use light blue, I'm gonna use blue to me. So I'm gonna say text align, so I also want to align this to the center. I'm gonna say center. Yep. So let's save this up as well and preview right now in the browser. So in the browser, you see gradually getting there, getting something that looks good and similar to what I showed you guys in the beginning of this tutorial. So scroll down. If I click it, see it doesn't have the functionality currently. Scroll up, it doesn't have this currently. So let's get back to our code. So in between the H1s, I'm gonna say P paragraph tag, then I'm gonna say lorem. So this lorem is kind of like a double text, just for you not trust yourself typing or cracking your head to think over what am I gonna type, what am I gonna do. Just say lorem, then times whatever you want. So I'm gonna times it by 100 because I need a whole lot of dummy text for my content for the page. So I'm gonna hit enter. So yeah, so this is it. Not looking so good and looking so scattered. So I don't want this to be scrolling, so let me remove this. So for me to stop this from scrolling so that everything is gonna contain align vertically. I'm just gonna say alternate plus Z. Yep. So you can see textable, scroll to the top. So and back to the top. So let's save this up and preview on our browser. So in our browser, I see how this looks. So still we have a little work to do and get on there. So for the dummy text, I need to give this some padding, and also need to adjust the font size so that's gonna look a little bit bold. So back here, so styling, I'm gonna say P because dummy text they all contain inside the P tag. So I'm gonna say padding. For padding, I'm gonna say 50 pixel. Then for the font size, I'm gonna give this 20 pixel. Yeah, 20 pixel. That should do that for me. So let's preview this again. So currently right now you see it's looking good. Also rough. So see the padding, yeah. See the padding here. Padding and padding. So if you click this, not working, and if you click this also, not working for now. So but basically we're done with HTML and we're done with the CSS. So we'll go right now to the JavaScript. So back to our VS Code. So I'm at the bottom, so I'm gonna leave some space. So I'm gonna say script. Yep. Then let me comment this. And I'm gonna say JavaScript code. Yep. JavaScript code. Then inside the script, I'm gonna target the buttons, the scroll up and the scroll down buttons. So I'm gonna say let scroll up be equal to document the query selector. I give the scroll up button the class of scroll up. Yep. So I'm just gonna have to duplicate this for the scroll down button. So shift alternate then arrow. So yeah, I'm gonna say scroll down. Yep. Then document selector, I'm just gonna change this to class of scroll down as well. So let me save this up. Then let me add comments to this for simplicity and better understanding. So I'm just gonna say for the comment, I'm gonna say targeting the elements using the DOM. Yep. So right now I'm done targeting the two buttons. So let's add those functionalities. So I'm gonna start with the scroll up. I'm gonna say scroll up dot add event listener. So what do I want to add? What event do I want to do? What do I event do I want to perform? I want to perform a click event. So when you click this, what do you want this to perform? What do you want to happen? So I want a function to be carried out on clicking this button. So I'm gonna come over here and give this an arrow function if I want. But for simplicity and better understanding, I don't want to confuse maybe people who are new to coding and are watching this. So I'm just gonna say function. So this is also welcomed. So function, just like calling normal function. Then I'm gonna hit the enter. So beneath this, I'm gonna say window dot scroll. So window dot scroll to here it is. scroll tool, and I'm gonna say top. I'm gonna give this 0, then comma, then I'm gonna say left 0, comma as well, then I'm gonna say behavior for the behavior I'm gonna say small. Yep. So let's preview this in the web browser. So I'll go to our browser. So I'm gonna scroll down, and if I click the scroll up, you see this scrolls me above. I click the scroll down, we've not added any functionality to this. So if you scroll down again, hit scroll up, it takes you up. So let's add functionality to the scroll down, so that if you click this, it scrolls us down like the way you click the scroll up and takes you up. So back to the VS Code, I'm just gonna duplicate this. So I'm gonna duplicate this and just make some changes. So let me add a command first of all. So I'm gonna comment this and say, I'm gonna say this to be scroll. This is for the scroll up. Yep. Then for this is for the scroll down. Yep. So for the scroll down, no stress, don't need to suffer yourself. So the only thing you just have to make change over here is at the top. So in the top, you're just gonna say document dot body dot scroll high, and yep, this is it. So let's save up that review in our web browser. So we'll go to our web browser and click this. Okay, it's not working. So what's the problem? So let me get back to the code. Okay, oh yeah, I needed to make some changes first of all. So this is not going to be scroll up any longer. This is going to be scroll down. Yep, scroll down. Then let's save this up and let's go preview this once more. So back to our web browser. If I click the button again, scroll down, takes me to the bottom of the page. You see bottom, scroll up. If I click the scroll up, takes me to the top of the page. Scroll down again, then again. Yep. So this looks good. So back to the VS Code, I want to explain for you guys what what actually happened. So basically I was just kind of writing out the code. So right now I want to explain to you guys how this was done. So first of all, I did target the elements, the scroll up and the scroll down, and buttons, the two buttons in which I created in the HTML. As you can see, this is for the scroll up. I targeted this, and I also targeted the scroll down button. So see here, I commented this, targeting the elements using the DOM. I targeted them, then I came and I said for the scroll up, this time I want to add functionality for the scroll up, whereby if you click the button, it's gonna scroll you up to the top of the page. So and then say scroll up to add event listener. Then inside the add event listener is a method. It's a JavaScript inbuilt method, or you could say it's a JavaScript inbuilt function. And as you know, in JavaScript you can have functions inside functions. That's why we did have this function here, this function inside the add event listener function or method. So I then say scroll up the add event listener, then unclicking the button. So what do I want this to happen? Like, what do I want to happen? So on clicking the button, I want this function to be called. I want this function to be carried out. So inside this function, I then said window.scroll to top 0, left 0, then behavior smooth. So this behavior smooth is what makes it possible that when you come over here, you click, it scrolls you smoothly to the bottom of the page. Click scroll up, scrolls you smoothly to the top of the page. Yeah, and now what's this window? So the window is a JavaScript inbuilt object. So this is a JavaScript inbuilt object, and the scroll tool is a JavaScript inbuilt method that comes along with this inbuilt objects. So in JavaScript, like whenever I want to call properties or things or values that are contained inside an object, we use the dot annotation. So this is kind of saying inside the Windows object, get me the proper this function or this method called scroll to. When you want to target something inside an object, you say that object dot what you want to target. So if I have an object called coding chess, and inside coding chess maybe I have a function named HTML, and I want to target the HTML. I'm going to say coding chess.html. So this is what we just simply did. So if you want, you could also get rid of this function here, get rid of this function, then let's save up. It's still going to perform the same functionality. So let's go down first of all, then scroll up. You see it still works. So even after we got rid of this, it still works. Why? Because JavaScript recognizes it like automatically. So with or without putting the window, it knows that okay, this is a method of the window object. So you're trying to call this function, this method from the window object. So let me put it back. Yo. And save this up. So the same thing applies to this. For the scroll down the add event listener, and click what do I want. I want this function to be carried out. Then inside this function, window.scroll to. For the top, I then say document the body the scroll height. So this is basically the only thing we did have to change for the scroll down to work, the scroll down button to work. So left 0 the same, behavior smooth, and the same. So voila. So this is it. And so let's preview this one more time. Scroll down, yep, bottom, scroll up, top. Yeah. So thanks guys, and bye bye.